I feel like I'm very prepared to be filming this video. I have my Op Shop flower jumper on, my flower mug. I have flowers behind me, Florette's flower book. I think we're ready to film this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Nature Patch. My name is Robyn and this video is so exciting for me. I'm so excited to sit down and chat with you all about some next steps that are happening with the Nature Patch and some changes that are happening to our backyard. As you can probably tell from the title of this video, this is going to be a video all about us starting a backyard flower farm. I wanted to just sit down with a cup of coffee and just have a really relaxed chat about it, what we're doing, our goals, why we're doing it, and just some plans for the rest of the year and next year, all about flowers. I have some notes below me here, or else I'm just going to forget everything I want to say. It's also super bright today, which is nice for a change, not to have clouds, but it is just super windy outside. As you all know, we live in just a really windy area, which is something that we are going to have to look at and manage while we do flower farming here. So I wanted to start out this video with a little bit of an introduction on why we're doing this and just give a little bit of background to my decision to start a backyard flower farm and what that actually is. So back in March when we moved here, we had such a blank slate to work with. So we're on about half an acre here with the whole property, with the house and everything. Obviously all of that can't be turned into a flower farm, but we do have a really big backyard that used to be my Ulma and Ulpa's veggie garden, and the soil down there is really great. It has a lot of organic matter, but it just hasn't been worked with for quite a while and has all grass over it pretty much. There's also a lot of other garden beds around that are pretty established, with some shrubs and bulbs that are popping up, and lots of different spaces around the yard where we will be planting flowers to kind of add to our flower farm. So it's not going to be a typical, set meter by meter square plot of just rows of flowers. We're going to be incorporating them all around in the backyard and some in the front yard and just pretty much wherever we have space on our property here. So yeah, back in March, I had started just looking around the property and seeing what we could do with this place. There's so much potential to plant and create so many different types of gardens here. And originally I was thinking of planting more like an established permaculture garden here with fruit trees and just lots of different native shrubs and native gardens all throughout. The thing is though, we're probably not going to be staying here for the rest of our lives. We're not too sure what the future holds, but planting all of those trees and creating a really established garden, it would just break my heart if we had to leave in a few years and someone else kind of bought this property and just tear the whole thing down. I know that might not happen, but it also might happen, and I've seen that happen a lot. So I wanted to create something a little bit more temporary, but something that we could really enjoy and make the most out of on this property here. I also did want to just say that I'm not going to be stopping growing vegetables or anything like that. I'm still going to be doing all the regular garden with me and all those garden videos that I do here on YouTube. This is going to be an extra thing that I'm adding to my growing list of things that I like to do because I just can't stand still. I always need projects going on in my life. So I just wanted to clear that up as well. But in terms of my why, which I think is really important to have your why of why you're gardening, growing veggies, growing flowers, growing a business, whatever you're doing, I think it's really important to have a solid foundation of why you're doing this so you can always come back to that when things get hard or things get tough. And a big part of this for me is my Ulma. My Ulma absolutely, she adores flowers. Every time I go and visit her in the nursing home, I bring her flowers from her garden, and not just her face, everyone in the nursing homes faces just light up when they see flowers. I will be walking to her room throughout the courtyard and all eyes are on me when I bring in a bouquet of flowers. It is just the nicest thing to see and fills me with so much joy that others get joy and happiness over seeing flowers. It brings back so many memories for people, happy times, and that's something that I want to encourage and inspire people to grow things that make them happy, because we need a lot more of that in the world right now. And that includes in things like schools and nursing homes and hospitals. Bringing flowers in, there's a reason why people do it, and that's because it just makes people so happy. So that's one of the underlying whys, is because it's going to make my Ulma happy, which in turn makes me happy and everyone around us happy. The second why is it's a business potential for us as well. We have always wanted to create something on this piece of property or this land that is going to provide us with a little bit of financial security. Although farming, I know there's a lot of investments that go into that, but it's something that is going to be a little bit of a job for us and a business, and that's how we're seeing it, as a business, where we're also going to be modeling things very different to, say, a flower farmer or business who doesn't have a YouTube channel. And YouTube is going to be pivotal for us in our business model, and I can definitely talk more about the financial side of things and business and all of that in a different video. I'll cover a little bit throughout this. But that's another why, is because we've always wanted to have, and it's been our dream, to be able to create an income from our house and from home, work from home, and have the land provide for us. And then another why, is because I want to create community. I crave community and finding people who are like-minded, who respect what I'm doing, who understand it, who want to learn, who want to be inspired, and people that I can also learn and be inspired from. So that includes community here on YouTube, because I'll be documenting all of this process here for you to see how I'm creating a flower farm, but also in person and doing things like markets and bringing flowers to people, volunteering. There's going to be a lot involved in this business venture, and I have already received so much amazing feedback from my community here. Just saying to people what my plans are, what my dreams are. I've had people just offer help, and that is something that I have never had really ever. People are really excited about this, and I have spoken to multiple different farms around and florists, and they're all really supportive, including like the nursery, all super supportive for what I'm doing and have offered help whenever I need it. And that just makes me so happy that I can create, you know, like an in-person community and an online community through this little flower venture that we're doing. I also wanted to mention that I didn't just think of this idea by myself. I have received so much inspiration from online. There's so many different amazing flower farmer YouTubers that I'll include in the description box if you're interested in following the ones that I am watching right now. It changes all the time, but there are a few that have really inspired me, including You Can't Eat the Grass. Obviously, I love their videos. I love what they're doing. They're just so down to earth, and yeah, I'm really inspired by them. Same as Noble Flowers here in Australia. They have a flower farm in Victoria, and I've spoken a little bit about them before, and they have also really inspired me to do this because they are working from home. They work as flower farmers full-time, and I'm just in awe of what they're doing. And there's also multiple other people on Instagram who are Australian flower farmers. So many people. So I'll include a bunch of who I'm watching right now in the description box for you if you're also interested. In terms of our goals for the rest of this year, so I have been working on this for, as I said, since March. I've kind of been pulling together some seeds, thinking about what I want to grow, preparing some of the areas for flowers. But the rest of this year is really just like prepping and trialing out things that grow, things that germinate well in my area. I'm not expecting to go to a market in a few months. I really do need to spend a lot of time prepping my ground and just learning and taking in as much knowledge as I can, both from online, in my community here, and just seeing what grows well in my soil. A part of that, and one of the main goals that I've had, was to get my soil tested. So I've ordered a soil kit that's going to be sent away, and I'm going to have my soil professionally tested. I have worked in soil science before in different labs at universities, and I know what goes into soil testing, and I think it's really important that you do get your soil sent away to get professionally tested, because there are so many different components and tests that you need, heavy duty machines to do those tests. Whilst you can do some tests like pH and electrical conductivity and things like that in your own backyard, it pays to have it professionally done, so I can see what I need to actually amend my soil with and get specific amounts to properly amend it. I definitely have my scientist brain on for this, and it just makes the world of a difference if you do get it professionally tested, and then you just don't have to worry about a lot of the different trace minerals and nutrients that your soil might be lacking in. Another goal is to be able to do kind of at the end of this year in summer, instead of doing markets, I would love to just start bringing a few bouquets to the nursing home. And this is something that I want to be doing throughout the whole of this business plan. And this is where, I'm not going to be making any money doing this. I'm going to just be volunteering, taking some flowers in and doing some arranging. But it's something that is just super, super important to me and is my why for why I'm doing this. And this is where YouTube is going to help, and what you watching these videos and watching the ads, joining on Patreon, clicking that little thanks button to provide a little bit of financial support, that is what is going to help fund the volunteering side of things for me in this flower business. That's what's going to bring me most joy. So I do want to say just a massive thank you for, watching my videos. I do get financial support from doing that. It's not a lot, but every little bit makes a difference in the long run. And that's how I've been able to start up this whole flower farm journey so far. And then coming into 2023, more so into autumn, I would absolutely love to be able to have a market stall. That is my ultimate goal, to be doing fortnightly or weekly flower farmer markets. There are so many markets around us, and eventually I'd really like to tailor the flowers that I have around seasonally, because we are in a very heavily populated tourist area. So summer and all of the other holidays, we get an influx of people to the area, and that's where I'm going to be really striving to have a lot of flowers for, because those markets are really, really busy around South Coast New South Wales. So those are kind of like my few goals for, the coming months / 6 months or so. The business structure, as for how I'm paying for this, I've kind of already covered this. I'm cash flowing it all from my YouTube at the moment. And something that I wanted to just mention, I'm going to have full transparency with this journey with you all. So if you have any questions about finances, how to set up a business, any type of questions like that. Granted, I can, publicly give you the information, otherwise I might just send you a private message. I'm happy to share everything with you. I really do want everyone to have all of this information and to share this journey with you, because I think it is really important just to have a little bit more transparency around money and finances. And you might have this idea to start a backyard business, and I want to be there to encourage you and to inspire you, because I've received so much encouragement and inspiration from others. And being fully transparent is something that I really do appreciate, so I definitely want to do that for you. So my business structure is going to be partly YouTube. I'm going to be making videos, which is providing me with an income about, gardening, connecting to nature and flower farming. And then also the sales that I do get from flowers is going to be also helping to fund this. And then I'm also going to be selling my calendula balm that I make. I'm going to be finalizing my website. I know I say I was going to have that done months ago. I'm going to have it done. okay? I'm going to get it done. That's also going to provide a little bit of an income and kind of like an add-on with the flowers. And I also do some side jobs as well with the nature patch, like some writing, regen work, and kind of brand ambassador work. That is all feeding into paying for this. And yeah, in another video I can talk about how much I have spent. It's kind of, you know, I'm trying not to spend that much, but it's really hard not to spend, and you do need to spend with businesses. And this is where I'm trying to get out of the mindset of being frugal, because I'm a very frugal person, dressed heel to toe pretty much in op shop. I get everything secondhand. You know, I can't do that with a business though. I'm trying to do it as cheap as I can, but I have needed to spend things, so that's okay. As for what I'm growing, I'll include all of that in another video and I'll talk about what's next and how I'm going to be filming these videos and things like that. But a few things that I'm definitely going to be growing, I do have a little bit of a list here. So I'm working on building things like my foliage, my filler flowers, my focal flowers, and supporting flowers. Some things that I know I'm going to be growing and I've already planted are things like snapdragons, statice, cosmos, basil, billy buttons, straw flowers, yarrow, feverfew, zinnias, sea holly. I'd also really love to try growing some dahlias. I never know how to say it. I'd also love to try growing some dahlias. I have grown them before, but I've always grown them from seed, not from the tubers. This is where the learning comes in, and we're going to be learning together about this. And also love to try some asters and a bunch of other ones, but I'm really trying to narrow it down, and I know that doesn't sound like I'm narrowing it down, but in my mind I am, to just a few things that I know how to grow, I'm comfortable growing, to see how they grow in this area. As for the videos, how I'm going to be filming this and what's next for the nature patch, again, like I said, I will be doing all of the other veggie videos and growing food and things like that, because I'm never going to stop growing food. I love growing my own homegrown organic food. I'm never going to stop that. So I always want to keep doing videos about that and doing the garden with me videos too, because you all seem to really enjoy those. And I think that is just, you know, how this channel has flourished and grown, because you like to just come here and watch things about the garden and, you know, providing a nice, safe and happy space where we can just relax and do some gardening. But I am going to be trying to do an extra video a week from now on that is things about the flower farm. So I kind of want to make it like a flower farm Friday flower farm video, where I'll do either like answering your questions or, you know, giving an update of how things are growing, what I've done in the garden, something like that. There'll always be a video a week about the flower farm. It's going to be a little bit more raw than some of the other videos in terms of I'm probably not going to wear makeup, or just, you know, I might just have woken up and am needing to do stuff outside before work, maybe filmed on like my phone and things like that, and they might be a little bit longer, but I really want to document this for the people who are actually interested in it. So those videos are going to be for you, and I want to just trial and see how they go, see how the videos go and whether people like them or not. Yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. Another thing that I have in my notes here is just to reiterate that this journey is to share and encourage you. If you have an idea or a backyard business that you want to start, or a home business, to really encourage you. And this is where I want to be real and raw and say that I have never done this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea, but I'm going to make it happen. And yeah, I just want to be really fully transparent here on YouTube. And I really want to create a space where people can feel supported and encouraged in what they want to do. There are so many people in life who literally just don't get you. They don't get it. They don't get your dream, your goals. They're not supportive, whatever. This is not going to be that place. We're all supportive here. And I'm super excited to share all of the successes and failures, because I've already had a few failures that I'll include in the next video and share what they are, so that you can kind of just maybe relate a little bit more to what I'm doing here. And lastly, I just wanted to say if you have any questions about what I'm doing or flower farming, why I'm doing this, definitely leave them in the comments and I'll answer them throughout the videos that I will film. Again, I really want to provide lots of information for you, just make videos that you would like to see and, you know, go on this journey together. I have watched a lot of YouTube about flower farming and flower farmers, and a lot of them are really super helpful, but a lot of them kind of start already established. People will start making videos when they have a fully established farm, and I had so many questions about how they got to that point. So that's what I want to share with you. Yeah, I haven't got all the flowers yet. And that's what I want to share with you from the get-go, how we're going to do this. And also for those of you who are really interested in this journey and would like to support me a little bit more, I do have a Patreon account, which is a paid kind of monthly thing where you can see a lot more content over there. I'll be writing some blogs, taking behind the scenes photos, and a few other little videos over there if you would like to see even more. And the support that you provide, it just helps me so much, and I am eternally grateful for everyone who follows me on Patreon and also just comments and likes and shares these videos. It absolutely warms my heart when I see like people tag me on Instagram of, you know, recommending my channel or my videos. It's still kind of surreal to me because I'm just, you know, grabbing a camera and sharing what I'm getting up to in the afternoon in the garden. And I'm so thankful that you all really enjoy the videos. I've also started an Instagram account for the flower farm. So it's going to be separate to the nature patch and it's called The Patch in Bloom. Kind of keeping with that theme of the nature patch. I'll put it on the screen here and it's going to have a lot more behind the scenes things of how the flower farm is going. It's going to be all things flower farming over on that account, and that's for just to kind of have a little bit more of a local page as well for people who are searching for local flowers around the Jervis Bay area and Shoalhaven. I wanted to create a separate account to the nature patch so people can kind of be funneled towards there if they're looking for flowers around the Jervis Bay area. This was a long video, but I'm going to put different timestamps so you can skip to different things in the video for what you're interested in hearing. Definitely look out for the flower farm vlogs that are going to be coming out. And go and follow me on the Instagram page. I would love to see you all over there. And yeah, I need to get outside and start growing some flowers and sharing this journey with you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're as excited as I am. Very excited, and I have honestly not been this happy in so long. So yeah, it's going to be a really good rest of the year. I hope you're all having a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and until my next video, happy gardening everyone. Bye. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden